Difference between single-layer and multi-layer feed-forward networks. What is single-layer feed-forward neural networks? A single-layer network is the simplest type of neural network. It only has one layer of output nodes, and the inputs are sent straight to the outputs through a series of weights. This makes it the simplest type of feed-forward network. In each node, the sum of the weights and inputs is calculated, and if the value exceeds a certain threshold, usually 0, the neuron fires and takes the activated value, typically 1, otherwise, it takes the deactivated value, commonly -1. Neurons with this activation function are also known as artificial neurons or linear threshold units. A single-layer feed-forward network is formed by taking processing elements and combining it with other processing elements. Input and output are linked with each other. Inputs are connected to the processing nodes with various weights, resulting in series of outputs, one per node. What is multilayer feed-forward neural network? A multilayer feed-forward neural network, sometimes known as a multilayer perceptron, is a feed-forward neural network that includes one or more hidden layers in addition to its input and output layers. Each layer has a large number of neurons with weighted connections between them. The data is sent to the input layer, which performs nonlinear activation functions using the hidden layers. The hidden layer's outputs are then sent to the output layer, which generates the network's output. The network weights are determined using a supervised learning algorithm, such as backpropagation. This algorithm modifies the weights to minimize the differences between the predicted and actual outputs. A multilayer feed-forward neural network is a perceptron interconnection in which data and calculations travel in a single direction, from input to output. The number of layers in a neural network corresponds to the number of perceptron. The most basic neural network has a single input layer and an output layer of perceptron. Difference between single-layer and multi-layer feed-forward networks. Structure. Single-layer feed-forward networks have a single layer of neurons between the input and output layers. Whereas, multi-layer feed-forward networks have one or more hidden layers between the input and output layers. Functionality. Single-layer feed-forward networks only learn linear functions, meaning they can separate data points along a straight line. While multi-layer feed-forward networks can learn nonlinear functions, allowing them to model more complex relationships. Advantages. Single-layer feed-forward networks are simple to implement and computationally efficient. On the other hand, multi-layer feed-forward networks can learn complex patterns, improve accuracy with more layers, and adapt to diverse tasks. Limitations. Single-layer feed-forward networks is limited in their ability to model complex, nonlinear relationships. Whereas, multi-layer feed-forward networks require more training time and computational resources. Use case. Single-layer feed-forward networks are suitable for simple linear problems, while multi-layer feed-forward networks are better suited for complex problems where nonlinear relationships are involved. Analogy. Single-layer feed-forward networks might struggle to classify images if features overlap. On the other hand, multi-layer feed-forward networks can learn complex features like ears, tails, and body shapes for better classification accuracy.